For just $500, I managed to secure what others would call a pile of rust, but I call a dream.
Transporting a legend requires precision, especially when it's spent years at the mercy of the elements.
Seeing it in the light of my own driveway, the true scale of this restoration finally begins to sink in.
Years of abandonment have left deep scars, with rust eating through the very soul of this machine.
Every bolt and every panel tells a story of neglect, but today we start writing a new chapter.
Gaining access to the heart of the car reveals just how much work lies ahead of us.
Stripping away the layers of decay is the only way to find the solid foundation hidden beneath.
Inside, the elegance has faded, but the potential for greatness still lingers in every stitch. Lifting the hood is like opening a time capsule, one that hasn't been touched in decades.
Checking the vital fluids gives us our first real clue into the mechanical health of this abandoned beast.
Preparation is everything. To tear down a car this advanced, you need the right tools and a solid plan. The rust fights back at every turn, but with enough power and patience, the car begins to yield. Every piece removed is a piece that can be saved. We're stripping it down to the bare essentials.
The complexity of a modern supercar is staggering, even when it's stripped of its beauty.
Hidden layers of decay are everywhere. To do this right, we have to see every inch of the metal. Organization is the secret to a successful rebuild. Every wire has a place, and every label is a lifeline.
Extracting the heart of this beast is a heavy operation, revealing the true engineering scale we're dealing with.
With the engine out, the true state of the chassis is laid bare, showing the mess left by years of neglect.
Separating the drivetrain is a gritty battle against seized bolts and accumulated road grime.
Every suspension component is a fossil of oxidation, requiring brute force to dismantle and inspect.
Dropping the fuel tank is a delicate step toward a complete frame-off restoration. Stripping the bodywork reveals the skeleton of the car, showing how the rust has bypassed the carbon fiber.
The structural damage is worse than expected, and the metal is practically disintegrating before my eyes.
The teardown is over. Now, the long, painstaking journey of rebuilding this legend begins.
A deep clean is essential to reveal every hidden flaw before we can start the real metalwork.
Neutralizing the rust is a chemistry battle, and we have to stop the decay before we can build on top of it.
Grinding back to raw metal is the only way to ensure our repairs will actually hold.
Sandblasting gets into the crevices where a grinder can't reach, giving us a perfectly clean slate. Reshaping the body is an art form. Every strike brings us closer to that iconic silhouette.
When parts don't exist, you have to make them. We're hand-forming every patch to factory specs.
Welding is where the car truly begins to come back together. It's the ultimate bond.
Smoothing the welds is a critical step. If the metal isn't perfect, the paint won't be either.
Every detail matters. Even the areas that will be hidden need a foundation of protection.
Sealing the seams prevents moisture from ever finding its way back into the steel.
The primer stage is a milestone. It's the first time the car looks like a single, cohesive unit again. Sanding is a game of patience. We're leveling the body until it's perfectly straight. Even after priming, we continue to hunt for flaws. Perfection is the only standard we accept. Filler is the bridge between raw metal and a flawless finish. It's all about the shape.
Seeing the body take shape again is the most rewarding part of this journey.
Precision alignment is what separates a backyard repair from a world-class restoration. The cleaning must be absolute. Any speck of dust now would be trapped under the paint forever. Entering the booth is the point of no return. This is where the transformation becomes permanent. The environment has to be perfect. One stray breeze could ruin weeks of preparation.
Seeing the color lay down is pure magic. The car is finally regaining its lost identity.
Consistency is key. Every inch of this body must have the same depth and luster.
The clear coat brings it to life, adding the depth and protection a car of this caliber deserves.
It's more than just paint. It's a reflection of all the hard work we've put in so far.
Achieving a glass-like finish requires a steady hand and a perfect rhythm with the spray gun.
Every component, no matter how small, gets the same level of attention to ensure a factory-perfect look.
The depth of the color is incredible. It's hard to believe this was a rusted shell just a few weeks ago.
Curing the paint at the right temperature ensures the finish is hard enough to withstand the road.
Baking the finish is the final step in the painting process, locking in that brilliant shine for years to come.
Wet sanding is where we hunt for perfection, removing even the slightest texture for a true show car finish. Polishing is the ultimate reveal. This is where all that hard work finally starts to shine.
The restoration isn't just about looks. We're rebuilding the comfort and silence of the original cabin.
Rebuilding the interior starts from the ground up, ensuring every layer adds to the car's refined feel.
Hand-stitching the leather is a nod to the craftsmanship that defines a car of this pedigree.
Integrating modern technology with classic luxury is a delicate balance, but the result is breathtaking.
The cockpit is where the driver connects with the machine, so every detail must feel substantial and precise.
Stepping back to see the finished interior, you'd never guess this car was once a forgotten relic.
Mechanical perfection starts with a clean slate. We're stripping the engine down to its core components.
Sealing the engine is a high-stakes task. Every bolt must be torqued to exact specifications. This isn't just an engine, it's an 18-cylinder masterpiece, rebuilt to scream once again.
Marrying the engine to the chassis is the most critical moment of the entire build. With the heart secured, we can finally begin the process of bringing this legend back to life. Every connection is a vital artery, ensuring the car can handle the immense power it's about to produce.
The moment of truth arrives. After months of silence, it's time to hear the engine roar.
That sound is the ultimate reward, a symphony of 18 cylinders firing in perfect harmony.
Before we hit the open road, every system must be tested to ensure it performs at the limit.
From a rusted barn find to a road-going masterpiece, this is the true spirit of restoration. The journey is complete. A legend has been reborn, and the road ahead has never looked brighter.
Every bolt on this titanium system must be perfectly sealed to handle the extreme heat of the W18.
When you're dealing with this much power, safety isn't just a priority, it's an obsession.
A supercar is only as good as its handling. We're dialing in the suspension for surgical precision on the road.
Installing the lights is like giving the car sight. The transformation is almost complete.
The final walk around is about more than just checking for dust. It's about appreciating the journey.
This final wipe marks the end of a long road and the beginning of a new life for this machine. The digital heart is beating perfectly. Every sensor and every module is now back online.
Saving a legend like this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The road is hers once again.
Testing the limits on the open road is the ultimate validation of months of painstaking labor.
Even after the thrill of the drive, the work isn't finished until every detail is showroom perfect.
True quality is found in the places no one sees, ensuring this car is built to last another lifetime. With every fastener is double-checked, because when you're pushing the boundaries of speed, there is no room for error. This final touch is a tribute to the car's resilience and the passion that brought it back.
Witness the transformation from a $500 forgotten relic to a multi-million-dollar icon.
Every line and every curve has been restored to honor the original vision of this automotive legend. The journey ends where the new owner's adventure begins, inside a cockpit designed for the ultimate driving experience.